Hey, everybody. Welcome to this final session in our conference weekend. And I just want to, take the time to thank each of you for being here with us this weekend. If you're someone in the future viewing our recording, thanks so much for checking out the content. Really hope you enjoyed it. Really appreciate everyone's participation this weekend. And this last session is entitled A Look Towards the Future, where we'll be talking about, the next steps for Snap with our new president, Shaun Dougherty. But before we get to that, our outgoing president, Tim Lennon, who couldn't be here with us today, wanted to share a message. And so I'm going to share my screen and share this message from Tim, who will then intro Shaun. So.
Hi, my name is Tim Lennon. I'm the previous president of the board of directors of the Survivors Network of Those Abused by Priests. I have the honor of introducing the new president, Shaun Dougherty. I stepped down as president last month, and Shaun steps up. I served on the board of directors for about 11 years, beginning in 2010, and served as president the previous 3 years. I had the great honor of working with our founder, Barbara Blaine, along with SNAP's first executive director, Dave Colosi, as well as working with other great leaders, Barbara Doris, Peter Isley, Judy Jones, Phil Saviano, Mary Kaplan, Terry Light, Mary Dispenza, and many others. During the previous 11 years, I've worked with, engaged, participated in many great actions and activities of SNAP. Since 2010, SNAP has grown about 5 times to a network of 30,000. We have a strong leadership team of 130 local leaders. We've worked with the Center for Constitutional Right to submit a complaint with the International Criminal Court. We've also appealed to the Department of Justice, charging the church with RICO violations in 2003, 2014, and 2016. We've testified in front of the UN Committee on the Rights of the Child, the UN Committee on Torture. In 2018, when the Pennsylvania grand jury report was released, we said that there should be a grand jury or state investigation in every state. So far, 26 states have done so. And following the lead of our ally, Child USA, the leader in the reforming of statute of limitation laws, 30 states have done reform or elimination. SNAP continues to advocate, mobilize, and organize to change these statute of limitation laws. SNAP has also grown from its Catholic roots to include survivors from all religious institutions, including Baptist, Mennonite, Jehovah's, Mormon, Jewish, Lutheran, and others. SNAP has also expanded to include all victims of sexual abuse, including adults, those abused by nuns, ritual abuse, as well as reaching those families of those who have been abused. SNAP has also gone worldwide. We have within our network participants from over 60 nations, and we have SNAP leaders in Canada, Japan, New Zealand, Australia, Uganda, Nigeria, and we have allies in France, Italy, Germany, Chile, Argentina, India, Spain, and Poland. SNAP does not stand on the sidelines. We've engaged in the many issues around sexual abuse, including advocating for victims around of Coach Sandusky or Dr. Nasser, Epstein, Weinstein, the Boy Scouts, the wrestlers, Hollywood, as well as universities. During the transition of SNAP in 2018, I served as temporary executive director for about 7 months, after which I helped hire our present executive director, Zach Heiner, who is doing a wonderful job. I'm proud of my work with SNAP for the previous 11 years, and has given me great rewards in meeting many of you and making friends with survivors from around the world. I am stepping back. I'm not dropping out. I continue to volunteer with SNAP locally and nationally. I am honored to introduce the new president of SNAP, Shaun Dougherty, from Pennsylvania. He joined the SNAP network in 2016. Like many of us, he joined scared, harmed, vulnerable, anxious, troubled, looking for hope in a bleak future. In SNAP, he found a community and the peer support necessary for his healing. The support he received, that we all receive, came from you, the SNAP network. The SNAP leaders who host the support groups, those who stand on the church steps to call out the predator, who take the phone calls from the troubled victims. Together, all of our network provide the matrix of support to get us through the day and guide us on the path to healing. Shaun stepped up from being a victim, suffering from the anguish of PTSD, to a SNAP leader. Shaun initiated a support group in New York, supported and helped many. Shaun speaks from a place of righteous anger. He has a robust, booming voice, a confident presence, and a clear message. These gifts enable him to reach many suffering in silence and everywhere and give them a message. You are not alone. As Shaun grew, he stepped up publicly to the great issues of sexual abuse with the media. He grabbed the attention of media with his Irish character and clear message. We want justice. And Shaun is on the front line of battling the backward section of legislators who refuse to reform statute of limitation laws in Pennsylvania. That battle continues, yet Shaun has not wavered in his commitment to survivors. As a Navy veteran, Shaun battles for victims and the obstinate church hierarchy. As a chef and a restaurant owner, he is quick to share his recipes or highlight the marvels of a harvest of bushels of tomatoes. I see a great future with the happenings of SNAP, and I'm confident that Shaun will lead survivors, our organization, our network, to new and great success. I'm honored to introduce Shaun Dougherty. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Tim, for that wonderful introduction and a reminder of all that you have done for all of us here at SNAP. And another reminder of the very large shoes that I am now walking in. I want to thank Zach for hosting yet another wonderful conference for all of us. Zach, your work is tireless, but you make it look effortless. Thank you so much. I too want to thank our sponsors, Lamoth Law Firm, Ribera Law Firm, MK Safety Net, and Mitch Garabedian. Mitch, more for the money. The money is important, it's needed and appreciated. But Mitch, what you did for us when you did it was so important for us. You stuck your neck out at a time when you didn't have to. You risked a lot for all of us, and we're grateful for it. I would like to thank our staff of SNAP. The staff Zach has, Melanie, Julianne, Mike McDonald, work tirelessly for all of us with very little recognition. I, as president, get to address this crowd, and I will get to continue to address this crowd as long during my tenure. But it is the office staff and the board of directors and the SNAP leaders, and of course our SNAP community, that deserve all of the credit for all of your hard work and all of your perseverance and dedication to all of us. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I would like to take this moment to welcome any of our newcomers. If this was your first SNAP conference, welcome. On behalf of SNAP, our board, Zach, and our staff, I hope you have found what you're looking for. I would like to remind you, as Tim just said in his video, just 5 years ago today, I was where you are now. I was lost. I thought I was on my own for the longest time, but not for this foundation, this wonderful organization that was merely a phone call away from me to Stephen Spanier, who put me then on the phone quickly with Judy Jones. Before you know it, I was standing in front of St. Patrick's Cathedral with David Clohessy, and I was a SNAP leader in New York. I can't tell you how much this system has helped me over these past 5 years. Without this community support, without having survivor friends in every time zone around this world, I don't think I would have kept my sanity. I don't know if I were to be alive today. May I suggest to all the newcomers here today, work this system. Lean on the connections that you made today. Stoke those relationships. Is it always going to be an easy path? It's not. However, this victims community will help heal, and we will all help you carry the burden. I want to welcome back all of our returning survivors. You are the foundation of this organization. My brothers, my sisters, my friends, my unconditional friends. I love you dearly. Thank you for your perseverance, your dedication to this marvelous organization. I want to discuss for a second before we get into the future of SNAP, my absolute honor and gratitude for being elected the next president of SNAP. I am the 8th of 9 children to an Irish Catholic family. I am a veteran, as Tim said. The way I look into SNAP, it will be the same way that my family tradition was and my Navy tradition was. It's based on tradition, respect, and loyalty for those that served before, respect and loyalty for those that currently serve with, and respect and loyalty for those future generations that will serve after me. In that great tradition, this morning, I rewatched the Oscar-winning movie, Spotlight. What a foundation we have all been gifted by our founders and by those even before we were founded, those on the front lines, those that were ridiculed, those that were called cranks, those that were not believed, those that were spit at, thrown things to. We have a debt of gratitude, the survivor community, for these people. I would like to focus on 2 things on the Spotlight movie. Phil Saviano sitting in the Spotlight office and the cardboard box that was sitting on his lap. During that scene in that movie, when he was being interviewed by the Spotlight team, it got heated and he said, "It's all right here in a box, sitting on Phil Saviano's lap in the office of Spotlight." We were all in that box. Phil Saviano didn't know most of us then, but he knew we existed. And we knew who we were, but we didn't know that that box existed. But because of our founders, because of brave survivors before us, we were in that box, in the office of the Boston Globe, in Spotlight's office. Where have we gone from there? Think of that box, that little box that we were in. Step back from that scene a little bit. That box was within another box. The office that they were sitting in is another box. And the people working in that box wrote articles and presented those articles on the front page of the Boston Globe. Another box. Television networks from across our country and around the world presented those through another box. The movie Spotlight itself, we are speaking of The Office. A movie was created about that event. I watched it this morning. I watched the box of The Office. I watched Phil Saviano with the cardboard box on his lap. We were all in that box, and I watched that through the box of my television screen. What did that lead us to? We heard from all of our magnificent presenters today about the commission in Rome. Where was that? At St. Peter's Square. A square, a box. And in that box was every single bishop in the world summoned to that box from Pope Francis. Who else was in that box? Tim Lennon, the then president of SNAP, was in that box. Mary Dispenza was in that box. Leona Huggins and Brenda Brunel from Canada were in that box. I was in that box. Ending Clergy Abuse, that organization was in that box. There were people from all around the world in St. Peter's Square in that box. And we all stem from that box on Phil Saviano's lap inside the Boston Globe. Where are we going now? The future of SNAP. Social media. We have a social media platform. The fact that we have a social media platform is a look into the future. The fact that we have a communications manager in Mike McDonald, we have a future. We didn't have Twitter, an account. We didn't have Facebook. We didn't have Instagram. We didn't have the networks. We didn't have the movie. We didn't have any of the things that were discussed before. We have all of those tools at our disposal now, and we have each other. As Terry pointed out, we did not face the same backlash that those before us did. That is a magnificent tool for our future. Times are changing how people are looking towards us. We don't have to say we are trying to move mountains. We have moved mountains collectively. Are they moving at the pace that we would like them to? No, of course they're not. However, they're moving at a much faster pace than our opposition would like to ever see them move. So our future is what we make of it. Fundraising will be an important part of that future. I will see that as one of my driving forces to make sure that SNAP is funded enough to remain in the future. Social media is going to create, there are many more organizations out there today than there were in our past. We have to remain relevant. We are partnered with some of the best organizations in the world. We are with the Time's Up movement. We are with Me Too. We are with Child USA, Child Advocacy. We are with RAIN. We are with Grace. We are with Ending Clergy Abuse. All of these organizations that never existed before not only exist today, but are all currently working extremely well together to move that mountain. We all need to stay vigilant. We all need to stay tenacious, but we all need to know that this is a marathon. These things don't happen overnight. There are many of us in this fight. Do what you can when you can, but it is important that we all self-care. It is important that we all get proper rest, proper diet. It is all important that we take care of our mental health to the best of our ability. I would encourage people to try to find a therapist that works for you. I have been in regular therapy for a few years now, and I find that it has worked. Self-care is so important. The fight will be here when you come to pick it up. Remember, the best revenge is living life to the fullest, to our fullest capabilities, the best life we possibly can. I would like to, before I bring Zach back on, I would like to just discuss, since I've been president, we've heard from Tim. I have heard from over 25 different countries, representatives of SNAP from over 25 different countries now. I wish we were not in a pandemic. I wish we were all together, gathered in a room. I cannot wait to get on the road. I cannot wait to get organized with our SNAP leaders. I cannot wait to open our communication lines and after this conference and continue to work and build on the absolute solid bedrock foundation that our forebearers have provided for all of us. And I would like to just close with this. Tom Doyle, last evening, and then today again, gave us a very, very special gift. Tom shared with us Richard Sipes' last words with him, a longtime friendship, personal. And he said, "Don't ever stop asking why, Tom." If we each and every one of us take those words to heart, I know many of you on this call did as I did when we heard them and exchanged your own name for Tom's. Don't ever stop asking why, Shaun. We owe a deep gratitude, respect, dignity to these men and women that came before us. And I will never personally, ever stop asking why. I have an open door. If you need anything from me, don't ever hesitate to reach out to me, email me. If there's somebody that you would like me to speak with, meet with, discuss, don't ever hesitate to reach out to me. I love you all dearly. I hope next year we will be all together in a room. I can't wait to embrace everybody, laugh, cry. I just can't wait. Have a wonderful year, everyone. Keep up the hard work. Self-care is so important. I love you all. I'd like to welcome Zach back in to come in and close us out. Hi, Zach.
Hey, Shaun, thanks for making me follow that. Perfect. Beautiful. Moving. Thank you. I appreciate you as our new president. I appreciate you as a colleague. I appreciate the words that you shared with us just now. Thought that was a wonderful way to end the conference. So far be it for me to muddy it any further. I just want to say once again, I'm so grateful to all of you for joining us this weekend. What Shaun mentioned about an open door policy is very true. You could definitely reach out to him at any time. You can certainly do the same with me. So please, anything that you need, whether through this conference or something completely unrelated to it, please know that we're here to help. We have a great team, and we are really looking forward to continuing to move the world forward alongside all of you. So thank you so much for being here with us this weekend, and we will talk to you again very soon.
Bye.
Goodbye, everybody.